Hi everyone, this is Momin. In this today's video, I'll be showing you the how to render a small seascape without a reference photo. So first I just start the my I use my Dagger Brush, which is a sable blend. It has some synthetic bristles and some natural hair also. So it's kind of a hybrid type of brush. Very useful. It's a Dagger Brush, and I'm using the mix from the previous mixes, washing my brushes. That water is still contaminated with the other colors. So just using that color and putting on the paper, and I left some white of the paper also for later use, like for the clouds or anything. So I keep using the same just water from the water bottle, and as you can see, it's a gray color comes out along with the water because it's settled in the bottom of the bottle, the water bottle. So now I use the cadmium yellow I mix with the Payne's gray, and I don't need that color. Basically, Payne's gray has a tendency, as you can see, if you mix with the cadmium yellow, it turns green. I don't need that color, so I use some Payne's gray because the I need more dark color now. So always remember, keep the something beside the palette, the cotton cloth or something, that so you can wipe the brushes off, which is the most important. And I mix cadmium orange with the Payne's gray, so I get a nice dark brown color for my foreground. So I'm spreading this color with my brush. I didn't put any water here on that part of the paper because I need some dry brush marks. If you put some water here, then you probably won't get this dry brush mark. So there you go. So I don't need the dry brush marks here, so I put some water in my brush, and what it happened, it give you nice and even washes here with a mix of Payne's gray and a cadmium orange. So if you want, you can make it lighter by just mixing a cadmium yellow in it. It will give you some kind of a like light yellow ochre type of color. Anyway, so now I'm using the purple color, which is the Van Gogh purple color. I don't know exactly the name of it, but it's a purple color called purple dust or something, made by Van Gogh. So I put more. This is the second wash. Basically, I put the first wash with the water from my bottle and water bottle, and now I put some more, a little bit more purple color. I need the sky needs to be more darker. As you know, if you put some colors on the outer like outer side of the your painting, that will create more contrast in your painting. So I purposely put some purple color on the top, as you can see. In the bottom I didn't put anything. Now I am putting something same color at the mid ground with the same brush. I didn't change the brush because this brush is you can work very fine work with that brush, or you can use bigger washes with the same brush also, but not on a big painting. There's a small piece of paint. This type of paper is okay for the bigger washes, but this brush you can use for small work, like fine work on your bigger painting. But a small painting, you don't need to change the brush. You can use the same brush from start to end, and yeah, you don't need to change the brush. But I might gonna change it because I have to do some doodling at the end of the painting once it's dry. Now I am lifting some colors so I can get some edge where the water and the the hills are. The horizon line is there, so I'm just lifting some color so it differentiates between the hills and the water. I picked up some French ultramarine. French ultramarine is a very transparent color. It won't mix up with the yellow, and it has a tendency that it doesn't make it green if you mix it up with the yellow ochre or orange color. So because it has a French ultramarine, first of all, is very transparent. Plus, it has a red shade on it, so a warmer blue. It's a warmer blue, so warmer blue tend not to turn green even if you mix with any yellow color. It If you put too much yellow color, then it might turn into green color, but most likely, most of the time it doesn't turn green. So you can use that French ultramarine without any fear with the yellow color. So especially in the sky. Now I'm lifting some colors with my paper towel. Try to give some effect of like a foggy or that type of just create more interest in my painting. Now I use the Prussian blue, create the water body there on the paper. So the paper I'm using is Academy watercolor paper, and basically I never use that paper, so this is a good time to try that paper also. Now I will write the review after I finish the painting. So far paper is not bad, it's working okay, and I dried that first and second layer with my dryer so I can have some dry surface to work on. Now I use this is a round brush number 6, and I use for now, like I said initially, I'm going to use for the doodling. So I am putting a boat. So just remember that I don't have no reference photo here, so I'm just using whatever you see in the painting I'm using with my imagination. So here I put I'm constructing a boat here, because the boat is just sitting on the shore. It's not in the water, so it looks better if you show the boats are on the ground better than in the water. But it depends on your painting. If you want to keep them in the water, and then you have to construct the shadow in the water also. So I'm using the sepia color here. There you go, that's a sepia color in my palette. I used straight, I didn't mix it up with any other color. So now I'm making some bottom color, the edge of the boat, so create more depth in it. Now a little bit energy marks here. Now I'm making a rope where the boat is harnessed. So you must know basic drawing in sketching if you interested in doing painting like this. It is easy painting, but it could be a little bit difficult also, because as you know, it requires some knowledge about the perspective and how to draw certain things, especially with a brush. Pencil, okay, if you know how to draw with pencil, then it would be easier for you to draw with the brush. It's fun actually if you use the brush for the doodling in your painting. Is very interesting, because pencil won't allow you to sketch so quick, but the brush and the ink or the watercolor, it allow you to render sketches faster than with a pencil or pen. I mean pencil or gel pen or other pens that you use. So So now I put some different hills with my brown mix, which is the cadmium orange, and with my previous mix with the sepia. So I just vaguely I put it, not you don't need to explain too much like what's in there in the background. All you need is just a hint, show that what's in the background. And now I'm putting more French ultramarine and the Prussian blue mix to create the water body very vaguely. There's not a lot of detail, basically not a lot of detail in almost all the paintings. So now I'm constructing some birds. I put two birds here, and there's another bird here. You don't want to put too many birds in your painting, otherwise it looks too busy and it doesn't look good. So grouping is very important when you do your any type of work you do. Either you're putting a birds or you're putting people in your figures in your painting. Grouping is very important, so you don't want to go and put like 10 or 20 birds in your painting. So basically this painting is all about the water body in this painting and few boards. So everything else is helping this painting. Now I put second board with same mix sepia, and I use some other colors also. Now I'm putting another board in the foreground. Vaguely, you don't need to draw exactly what the board looks like, but the most important is the board in the front. That is the important part of the painting. That's I would say the focal point of the painting. So I put some cadmium yellow over the sepia color, so create some more depth into the painting and the board. Now I'm using a very opaque poster color, opaque white color, and now I'm creating a little bit shadow of the sun into the water. So if it's too much, you can wipe it off with the brush or with the thumb or with the finger. So it's not a problem. You need to keep the painting not too realistic, not too abstract. Just keep it in somewhere in the middle, right? Like keep it loose. That's what it looks good when you keep it loose. You don't want to make it too tight your work, and at the same time not too. You can do loose work, is not a problem, but too tight you can do also. I like that type of work, somewhere in between. Now I'm putting some highlights with this white color, and painting is almost done actually. So what I did actually, altogether there's 3 or 4 washes in there, 3 or 4 layers in there. So first layer was the white of the paper. Okay, the white of the paper consider as a first layer. Then I put a gray water from the reservoir. Then I use some yellow ochre type color by mixing cadmium yellow and a sepia, and I think I put some cadmium orange also. So now I'm put some French ultramarine, and then I use some purple color in the sky, and I dried it out. So especially whenever you need to do a sketching or drawing your watercolor with the brush, make sure your surface is dry, otherwise it will smudge and it will you can't draw anything on the wet paper. So I am working on a dry paper, and I actually dried all my washes before I start working with the small drawing and sketching. So here now I put some more dark color, creating more depth underneath that rope, I put some more stuff. You can put anything. You don't need to explain exactly what it is. You can put some birds here. You can put some random stuff on the shoreline, so you don't need, you're not restricted to do anything, but don't overdo it, otherwise it will show. So just go in a moderation, like you just do something and get away from there. If it is, you think it's too much, try to wipe it off as ASAP. Otherwise, once it's dry, then it will be harder for you to correct your mistake. Watercolor is easy when it's wet. Once it's go dry, then it will be a little bit challenging for you to alter or delete or something you want to change. So make sure as long as it's wet, you can lift the colors, right? Like you lift it. If the wash is dry already, a dry wash you put it, then it's hard to pick it up. So has to have some water in there. So I'm creating some depth here. I'm putting some more detail in those two boards. Basically, that front board has more detail. The mid board has less detail, and the boards in the background, which is called atmospheric perspective, has less detail. So you don't need to do exactly what it looks like. Okay, the painting is finished now. As you can see, very easy to render, and yeah, it's quick, and it takes maybe like 20 minutes to render that type of painting. Anyway, if you like the video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell icon button so you can get a reminder once I put a new video here. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.